This is complete BS. You can't possibly burn twice as many calories working out in the heat as in the cold. But is there a difference? Coach Greg, and I was reading a post by Calisthenics Kings where he stated, you burn twice as much calories working out outside in the summer than any other season. And I think most of you know that this is complete BS. You can't possibly burn twice as many calories working out in the heat as in the cold. But is there a difference? And should you in fact work out in a warm or cold environment to help you burn more calories? Is putting on that extra sweater when you go and do your cardio going to help you burn more calories? And if so, by how much? Today's video, I'm going to explain what you should do and not do when doing your cardio in order to maximize the calories that you're burning. So there is a lot of confusion, a lot of myths. People just don't understand what's happening. For example, this explains why we all get fat in the winter because it's cold. We don't burn calories. I think actually the opposite is more truthful. You burn more calories in cold weather, not hot, but still negligible. Actually, you burn more calories when it's winter. I think it's the same heat or cold. Body has to adapt to either or. No, because your body has to heat up and that takes energy, aka calories. But when it's summer, you cool your body down by sweating, and that's water. So I think the problem is that when you sweat, you're losing weight, but that weight is water weight. You're not actually burning fat. So therefore, so many people think that when they're sweating, they're actually burning more calories, when all they're actually doing is losing more water weight, which as soon as you drink that water again, you're going to replace the weight and gain it all back. But is there any truth to it? Will you in fact burn more calories exercising in the heat? Or the opposite, exercising in the cold? Whether you're exercising in a hot or cold environment, what your body is trying to do is maintain homeostasis. In a hot environment, water forms along the skin and evaporates, which cools the body. That in fact burns calories. So it is true that if you're sweating, you're going to burn more calories. And on the opposite extent, if you're so cold that your body starts to shiver, you can burn a tremendous amount of calories, up to around 400 in an hour. If it's so hot out that your body's core temperature increases by 1 degree Celsius, you're going to burn approximately 100 to 130 extra calories for a person on a 2,000 calorie diet. That is significant, yes, but you're going to feel like garbage. You're going to be sitting around not wanting to do anything, certainly not wanting to go out and exercise. So your body is conserving energy and moving around less fidgeting, less neat. So in the end, it makes no difference. Think of it, when you're sick, you have a fever, your body temperature's up, you're sitting back in bed, you don't feel good, you don't want to go exercise. So although you're burning more calories, in the end, you're not actually burning more calories because you're sick, you're not doing much. You're not moving around, you're not going to the gym, and so on. And if you're shivering, yes, you're burning more calories, but you're also suffering. Imagine opening up the window in the winter and shivering, freezing all night in an attempt to burn more calories. Will it work? Yeah, but you're going to feel like garbage, you're going to be miserable. And if you're shivering, your body is not repairing, so it's going to be harder to build muscle. You're shivering around, shaking, you're not resting and repairing damaged muscle, so you build less muscle. Hence, it's not better for your metabolism. But what about during exercise? The research showed a relationship between temperature and exercise capacity, with the best exercise able to be performed in the moderate ranges with the lowest capacity on either end of the temperature extremes. These two studies suggest that working out in moderate to warm temperature is best for burning fat and exercising longer, so more calories are burned overall. So what this means is it's best to exercise in the most optimal temperature for you, not too cold and not too hot. If you do your exercise at 0 degrees Fahrenheit or 100 degrees Fahrenheit, both extremes are not as good. At either extreme, you're not going to be able to go as long or as hard. So think of this. Who's going to burn more calories? The person that exercises at a higher pace, they're walking at 4 miles an hour rather than 3.9 miles an hour. The person who walks faster is going to burn more calories because they're doing more work. Also, if you're comfortable, you're wearing moisture-wicking clothes, and you have a fan, and you feel good, you're more likely to go for a longer distance. If it's really hot, you're doing your cardio down in Mexico, and you want to go for an hour, 30 minutes in, you're drenched in sweat, you can hardly breathe, it's so hot, you just want to get out of there and go home and get changed, shower, and go into the air-conditioned room. So what happens is, in the end, the people who exercise at a moderate temperature burn off more calories because not only can they go longer, they can also go harder.
This porridge is just right.
Do what you can to make the environment more comfortable so that you're motivated to go harder and longer. And you're thinking, no, I'm going to just tough it out. I'm hardcore. I heard Coach Greg, he said, if it's colder or hotter, you're going to burn more calories. So I'm putting on 5 layers of clothes. I'm going to tough it out. Yeah, you might tough it out and you might burn more calories, but consider the alternative. You don't wear those 5 extra layers of clothes and you have a fan. Guess what? You would have gone harder. You might not think it, but you would have. Your rating of perceived exertion when in a hot environment, it goes up. 2 people exercising at the same intensity, one in a hotter environment and one in a moderate environment, the one who's in the moderate is going to feel like they're not going as hard. So they're going to raise the intensity a little bit, even if it's subconscious. You're able to go harder without even realizing it. And when it's hotter, your heart rate goes up. And you look at the watts and you're thinking, I can't go any harder. It's hot. I'm going as hard as I can. But had the temperature been down or you had the fan blowing on your face, you would have been able to go a little bit harder. Same thing like when you're exercising with music on. Music can motivate you and make you go harder. If you crank your favorite song on, most likely you're going to push a bit harder. You feel like you have more energy without even realizing it. If you look at world records set during marathons, Ironmans, and so on, it's never set during extremely hot days or extremely cold days. When it's minus 10 out, people aren't running as fast. And when it's 100 degrees Fahrenheit, people are lucky to just get through the event. World records are often set when the temperature is a little bit below room temperature. Because it's more comfortable, you're able to sweat better and keep the body cool, which allows you to go harder and longer. Do you really want to suffer being overheated, feeling like you need to go to the hospital? Maybe you're going to have a heat stroke to burn an extra 100 to 130 calories? Do you really want to shiver and chatter your teeth all day long in order to burn more calories? There's a better way. Get my freaking cookbooks. Plural, there's plenty of them. Delicious, high-protein, low-calorie meals that keep you full. You won't be starving. You won't have all those cravings. Get the cookbook. It can change your life. Over 2,500 testimonials. Heck of a lot better than putting on a bunch of clothes and sweating and trying to shiver your way through fat loss. So rather than trying to find a trick, a secret to burning more calories when you exercise in the best environment possible. Wear loose-fitting clothes, moisture-wicking clothes, and try to get a fan if you can. Eat a healthy diet, try to eat in a small calorie deficit, and slowly get to a weight that's comfortable for you. At that point, try to gain. Try not to eat a bunch extra calories and gain unwanted body fat. Slowly increase your muscle and be happy with the physique that you have. Ending it here. GregDoucette.com for coaching. Greg Doucette IB Pro. The bloops are over there. Be sure to watch them. Make sure you buy one of the cookbooks, training plan, or coaching plan from me and my team. And until next time, I am out.